Alright, just thought I'd start this video off with this. It's just a hoodie that I wear, and I didn't do what those guys are doing right there. I had a different job. But anyway, my oath of enlistment has no expiration date. So I know a lot of veterans feel that way. I'm wearing all my military stuff today. This is actually one of the hats that I wore when I was working. And that's my ribbon rack. That's Air Force accommodation medal right there. It's not that big of a deal. There's a lot bigger ones, but then most of these are federal medals. Basic training, that's marksman. These are like state, California state ribbons down here. Anyway. Moving kind of slow today. Actually, I'm gonna shut my door. Alright, usually I give myself time to wake up and should probably put these on. Wake up and gain my senses. But I figured I'd start this this video a little bit earlier, so bear with me. Jeez. All right. Anyway, so a friend of mine posted this link on Facebook to counterdarkness.org, COUNTERDARKNESS.org. This is I haven't even finished this, but so far they have everything in here. This is amazing. I try not to use the word amazing too much, but it's all of it right here. I'm going to read through some of it, because a lot of people won't click on links and turn something into a PDF file, print it out, and you know, go to their website, check this out. This is this might be the best, most information on this that I've seen so far. I mean, I haven't even read through it. Okay. Lists of shadow governments and list of shadow government agendas and methods. Somebody put some time into this and has some knowledge. Oh, disclaimer. I'm just wearing my old hat from work. I'm not representing that base or anything. I'm just it's one of the ones I had hanging on the hat rack. All right, this starts out with, man, I should grab some water. List of shadow governments, agendas, and methods. This list is an ongoing project. If you'd like to contribute something, please comment. Okay. General occulted knowledge. And I might need to do this video later. Get something to eat. Of course, I didn't sleep that great last night. Imagine that. Anyway. Total individual control technology, full spectrum programming, full spectrum surveillance, belief system engineering, information warfare, psychological warfare, government, military, intelligence, agency, corporate, and media control systems, covert sabotage, suppression, and or control of the opposition, microwave warfare, for example, fast kill, slow kill, mind control, mind reading, covert implantation of global population as means to subjugate and control, AI, artificial intelligence-based directed energy weapons systems perpetrate incredibly, incredibly, oh my god, pervasive planet-wide operations. Full spectrum assault upon the global population is being perpetrated by military and intelligence community war criminals and their occultist handlers. So they're not saying that everyone in the military is bad. They're saying that some of the people that have worked themselves into positions of power and control are, some of them are, shouldn't be in those positions. Because they're not looking out for our best interest. They're using that entity that they are in control of for nefarious reasons, sounds like. A shadow government cybernetic network perpetrates a largely covert Holocaust obscured via a plethora of strategically concorded cover stories. Cover-ups are standard shadow government procedure. Knowledge is the best defense I am aware of to what is spoken of in this article. I might need to read this later. It is through awareness of the methods of darkness that we can steel ourselves in its effects, from its effects. Yeah. So this is a quote by Robert Duncan. It is insane what our government is doing. CIA engineer, Dr. Robert Duncan, wrote a book I talked about called Soul. Oh, damn it. Maybe I shouldn't do these in the morning. It's right here, actually. Project Soulcatcher. Sorry, man. Shadow government agendas, war culture, societal engineering, population, societal engineering. Man, I guess I gotta tell this story. So one of the possible street theater instances that I can explain, and you know, this could have been a coincidence, but there's so many coincidences that happen when you go through something like this that that you do kind of question, like, was that, you know, because a lot of times, well, here, I'll just explain it. There was a took my daughter to get some food at In-N-Out, and the only spot available was next to, not that I wouldn't have sat next to him anyway, but young airman, Air Force airman, and so I sat next to him, and of course, I mean, the guy's in uniform, I'm going to talk to him. I think I was wearing his hat when I talked to him. Yeah, it was. Anyway, so I talked to him for a minute, and I had just before, the day before this, before we went to eat, I had been writing out a story on about my mom's position at the Federal Aviation Administration, you know, talking about the air traffic controllers and stuff like that. And so I started talking to this guy, and I was like, hey man, what's your AFSC? Which is just, what's your job? What's your job title, code, whatever. And he says, oh, I mean, he didn't tell me his AFSC, like the number and the letter and stuff like that, because I probably wouldn't have known what it was. He just said, I'm an air traffic controller. And I was like, huh, that's coincidental. That's cool, you know. And it was a good conversation. I talked to a man that said, I told him I was proud of what he was doing, you know, tried to give him some pointers, some positive stuff that you don't think about when you're an airman. He was a A1C Airman First Class, so he had like 2 stripes. But it was kind of weird because we were talking about some stuff and kind of a little bit about politics, but I said, yeah, the Air Force changed a lot while I was in. I watched it kind of change. And he goes, yeah, it's like a big social experiment now. And I was like, huh, okay, yeah, interesting. Really? Like, what do you know? And I didn't even keep talking about that. But I didn't want to react to that really. And then, you know, it was a cool conversation. And then when he got up and took off, he goes, hey man, thanks for paving the way. And that was like the third thing that he said that was kind of like connected to me. And because I've literally said that exact same thing to all of the old timers that I talk to. Like whenever I see somebody with like a, you know, veteran hat on or whatever, I talk to them, just ask them, you know, you just talk to, well, maybe you don't know. A lot of times veterans would talk to other veterans and, well, what, you know, what all, you know, this, that, and everything. And I always do that, and I always tell old guys, hey man, thanks for paving the way. And that guy got up and said that, and I don't know, unless I don't know, unless I experience more coincidences. It's hard not to laugh at this. It's because I believe in coincidences, but just not at the rate that they seem to happen. I can't do anything but laugh now. It's so nonsense anyway. Okay, shadow government agendas, war culture. I should have brought some damn water up here. I'm a horrible journalist right now. I apologize. Not even a journalist. I'm just like reading some information that some very knowledgeable people put out. So I should just read some more. New Age psychological operations, counter proliferation programs, the shadow government, hands of the New World Order. Man, this is so huge, and a lot of it sounds like science fiction to some people, I'm sure. But they're so right on a lot of this stuff. I see some change happening. Just from my research, a lot of the videos I watch, stuff like that, things I've been reading. I'm trying to watch some of the regular news, but it's, I don't know. My list of shadow government agendas and methods. This is an ongoing project. If you would like to contribute something, please. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. This is from the website, so I'm printed out. Okay, general occulted knowledge for read this page? No. Total individual control technology. I think that's what a lot of targeted individuals are right there. Total individual control technology. They're using mass amounts of technology and manpower to completely control one person for experimental reasons. I still don't understand I don't understand the concept. Why? Full spectrum programming, full spectrum surveillance, belief system engineering, information warfare, psychological warfare, government, military, intelligence, agency, corporate, and media control systems, covert sabotage, suppression, and or control of the opposition, microwave warfare, Example, fast kill, slow kill, mind kill, mind control, mind reading. Covert implantation of the global population as a means to subjugate and control a bias-directed energy weapon system, perpetrate incredibly pervasive planet-wide black operations. Full spectrum assault upon the global population is being perpetrated by military and intelligence community, war criminals, and their occultist handlers. Shadow government cybernetic network perpetrates a largely covert Holocaust obscured via a plethora of strategically concorded cover stories. Cover-ups are standard shadow government procedure. This is probably like the least unprofessional video I've done. I'm reading this. People might want to hear it. You gotta deal with me reading slow, thinking about some parts, I guess. Sorry. Highlighting some stuff. Shadow government cybernetic network perpetrates largely covert Holocaust obscured via a plethora of strategically concorded cover stories. Cover-ups are standard shadow government procedure. Man, that's... I don't know. Knowledge is the best defense I am aware of to what is spoken of in this article. It is through awareness of the methods of darkness that we can steal ourselves from its effects. It is insane what our government is doing. Ex-CIA engineer Robert Duncan. That's that book I just... Here, this. My book. War culture, societal engineering, population conditioning, perception management. 9/11 catapulted the New World Order agenda, surveillance war. Yeah, right after 9/11, you know, everybody became surveilled. Questioning the official narrative is labeled as being like a terrorist. Yeah. Man, going to highlight that part. Guilty. Questioning the official narrative is labeled as being like a terrorist. Well, holy shit. That put me on a list. Yeah, I question the official narrative. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry, this is... How can you... Really? Questioning the official narrative is labeled as being like a terrorist. Sources, FBI. David Cameron. How do they get away with that? You question the official narrative. So like you say, so like Daniel Holtzclaw, the police officer that got put in jail for 263 years, that, I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at the situations. This blows my mind. Like he got put away for 263 years. There was a whole bunch of messed up evidence. And there's a bunch of people that have researched it, and it needs to go back to trial. Is the point? So the people that question that, are they considered a terrorist? How's that? They want the justice system to work properly. You know, if there was somebody messed up, do the right thing and just shit. That's so. If you question the official narrative, questioning of the official narrative being labeled as a mental illness. Oh, sorry, I put down my highlighter. Massive set of psychological operations, New Age, religious, scientific, beyond, eugenics. Depopulation. This is not done through moral means. Yeah, no. Right. Profanity alert, I guess, on this video. Apologize. Some of you don't like that, but I'm reading this for the first time, and I don't know. These are just some of my reactions. So, just alert. There possibly be more of that. I'll do my best not to, but some of this information is amazing. Whoever put this together. I said the website earlier. I'm going to say it again, but this is I'm going to have to make this multiple videos. Massive set of psychological operations beyond eugenics. Okay, like that. Exploitation of resources. Oh, let me tell you. Experienced that one. GMO agenda. Oh, somebody's doing a leaf blower. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. That's the leaf blow on Sunday. GMO agenda, attacks on the planetary genome, war versus truth, pervasive information, welfare, war on terror, example, military-industrial complex, enrichment conditioning of the mass to accept occultist agendas. War on drugs, prison profit, enrichment, injustice-filled war on the people. That right there is a pretty big one. God, man, I hate even talking about this stuff, but I mean that's such a big one right there. The war on drugs, prison profit, enrichment, injustice-filled war on the people. Just research that. Indoctrination centers masquerading as educational institutions, mass pacification, mass drugging, dumbing down of the population. The mass drugging, you know, I've heard a couple kids say, yeah, everybody I know is on some kind of pills. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, everybody I know, like every single person I know is on. Okay, sorry. Internet suppression and control. Example, they want to make the internet less anonymous and with more legal threat. destroying net neutrality, covering a free internet into a cable model. Yeah, it's going to turn into that pretty soon. My son's up. Yeah, that's pretty soon. The internet should be like the library. I mean, they keep track of everything at the library too, but at least I mean, people should be able to get on the internet without paying like $39.99 a month, sign a contract for a year. Well, I mean, you already do, but on top of your internet service provider having to have like a package where you could actually get to something that you, I don't know, maybe everybody will be able to get to all the .org websites without the package or something. Who knows? But that shouldn't happen, in my opinion. Internet sabotage, website sabotage, internet information warfare. Oh, hell yeah, that's a big part of my targeting. Through my, I can't even explain. I mean, I can explain, but it would sound ridiculous to anybody how I get targeted through my eBay store. It's intricate. Whoever does it is clever, but geez, man, it's ridiculous. That and through the social media, you know, oddly placed stuff. It's anyway. If it happens to you, you know what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain it. I can't do that right now. I'm gonna get sidetracked. Okay, so internet sabotage, website sabotage. Gotta write that down. Software sabotage. Absolutely. So that's like the digital. What's it called? Digital watchdog that I found on my phone. I mean, somebody's probably watching through this thing right now. Who knows who? I don't even care anymore. I mean, I do. I want it to stop, but that's why I'm doing these videos. And I just have to like pretend that there's not. Who knows? Watching this too. You know, I'm gonna put it on YouTube, so whatever. I've kind of been forced to do this, put this stuff on YouTube. You know, if they're gonna watch me, I'm gonna have other people that aren't doing this see this too. You know. Corporate gatekeeping. Corporate models rationalized by profit that coincide with shadow government agendas. Suppression or insertion of algorithms, AI algorithms. And I think that's a big one with the internet. I mean, a lot of things go through the internet. A lot of networking and stuff now. And if they wanted to shut down a certain, you know, group of people, they could just kind of, I can't explain how they would do it, but insert a program that would kind of search out and suppress that information from those people seeing each other's posts or keeping them distance. Nuclear radiation poisoning of the world. Fukushima was caused by these parties. Food and agricultural sector poisoning, control of the world's seed supply. I've heard of that. They've got a bunch of seeds like out in the ice somewhere. It's in a movie too. Corrupted oil, company suppression of revolutionary engine models, gas mileage as a motive. I think they have some new technology that would kind of mess that up. Suppression of revolutionary energy power techniques. I think that's a big one. Militarization of the police. Man, I respect the police department, but this is happening. And there's, like I say, every group you got. Anyway, I'm trying to keep my commentary down on this and just kind of read some of this, make a couple of comments. Making schools like prisons, police state schools. Yeah, my daughter's school, I just said I'd knocked off the commentary, but my daughter's school has a fence all the way around it, like with some pretty thick, I don't know, like half-inch bars all the way around it, and it looks like a prison. And it was a good school. I'm not complaining about the school. People were nice in there. But I guess it's for safety, but like who they, I don't know. Do they know something I don't know about this neighborhood? I don't know. This neighborhood is kind of out of control sometimes, but anyway. Introducing a government philosophy to persecute whistleblowers. Inducing a government philosophy to persecute, highlight whistleblowers. The truth has been labeled treason, while treason is protected by national security excuses. Exactly. And treason is an understatement of what military and intel agencies are doing. So again, I agree with that, but that doesn't make the entire military bad guys. There are some people that work in some of these compartmentalized groups that just need to be weeded out, basically, that are doing this to some of these people. And giving the, because in the military, you are taught to basically take orders. So whatever your boss tells you to do, whatever it is, your sergeant or your lieutenant, your colonel, whatever, it just comes from down. So whoever's above them and telling them what to do, that's getting disseminated down through the channels, and then like the guys down here have no idea what the guys up here are thinking sometimes, or doing, what their motive is. They're taking their orders. So it's compartmentalized. There's certain people that pass that information down, so it's part of